Hey, what's good, guys? It's Poku Banks, baby. And today it's gonna be my first vlog. I haven't really done this vlog thing, you know, so bear with me in it. But like I'm saying, today we're gonna be with Dami Property Lifestyle. This guy's a rent-to-rent entrepreneur. He's got about 20 properties. He's gonna be with him all day. He's gonna take us around, show us everything. It's gonna be a good day. Just check it out. Stay tuned. So as you can see, guys, Dami Property Lifestyle. When what's this? The Porsche. What's the name?
Carrera 911S.
Carrera 911S. I'm not really a car guy, but I know you guys know the S means something. Is it what means for sport or something? Oh shit. Okay. Serious, man. So what? You got this just a few weeks ago?
Yeah, a few weeks ago. I did this one to the fleet. Yeah.
I just went to the fleet.
Yeah.
The fleet. What a guy. So what we got for today? Like, what are we looking at today?
So today, basically, right now, we're going to one of my properties. A tenant's checked out, and we're just gonna go and check the room, and then the cleaner will just prepare it for the next tenant.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
just pop into one. It's a 6-bed HMO.
6-bed HMO.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty nice.
Very important. You've got a key box outside your properties. Otherwise, it's just too much key management.
Way too much. As you guys already know, he has 20 properties. He doesn't have the time to hold all of the keys.
It's actually 23 now.
23, even 23.
23 now. Well, about to be 23. It's 22.
Nice one. So cool. As you can see, someone's checked out of this one room in your 6-bed. Is it a 6-bed?
6-bed, yeah.
6-bed HMO. So you're just getting ready for the next one.
That's it. The cleaner will come in here. She'll do her thing. What I'll do is I'll take a quick video of the room so that I can show the cleaner.
Okay.
Systems, and then the next person will be in, ready to go.
That's looking good, man. That's looking good.
Oh, just going to check the kitchen and I'll be going. Yes. Wow, tenants have been decorated. We didn't do any of this.
Nice one.
We did this though.
Dami Property Lifestyle.
Okay. And this is the kitchen. I mean, for a HMO, this is fantastic. I mean, look how clean this place is. Obviously, we have a cleaner that comes in every 2 weeks, but still, if you don't have good tenants, they're not going to keep the place clean.
There you go.
And this is very, very clean. Okay. Look at the garden as well. Furnished, beautiful.
Wow. Interesting.
I think Bunny had just added, he just brought down a new microwave, so we were thinking we're plugging in too many things, you know? See how many we got the extension lead there, so. And then I started thinking, is there a limit? And maybe we should tell everybody there's a limit on the amount in the house.
100%. Like, because obviously I think he's got a little fridge upstairs as well.
Yeah, I think everybody's got a fridge in their room, apart from me.
Okay, so
Bunny's got like fish tanks and all that in his room.
if things have changed since then,
They have, yeah.
then I'm not an electrician. We have to leave it to the experts to see what is causing it to do that. Because obviously,
what you got to do is tell us what kind of load that mains can take.
Yeah.
And then we make sure we don't go over it, you know.
Yeah. Okay. I'll get onto that.
Okay, that's it anyway.
Okay. No worries. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. It's the beast. So we just left the first property, 6-bed HMO.
Yep.
How much profit is that making them? Because they want to know.
That makes me about £1,300 a month.
Profit. Wow. And how much is the rent you pay to the landlord?
So the rent I pay to the landlord on that property is £1,675.
And then you have 6 tenants. And
6 tenants, yeah, and the rents are
roughly
about 650, 625, 550, 575, and 500, something like that. And
so
then obviously minus the bills and the rent, the rest is my profit to keep.
Exactly. So essentially, some rooms are bigger, some rooms are smaller,
and some rooms have en suites as well, which means I can charge a premium.
That's good. So essentially, he's charging 6 people. He uses that to then pay the landlord, and then the rest is his. And that's just one of his properties. Bear in mind, like you said, he's got 22 on his way to get his 23rd. So
yeah.
I don't even know what the I don't even know what the monthly net is. I don't even know, but yeah.
I'd like to think that my lifestyle's not really that expensive. You know, holidays, nice restaurants, some clothes here and there, nice cars. Yeah, you know, I think that when you switch the narrative and you know, I'm not, the amount of hours I work doesn't necessarily correlate with my income. So, you know, I remember my very first job, I was getting paid £1,400 a month, base salary in sales. And now, you know, some of my HMOs pay the same. Some of my SAs, if they did that in a month, I'll be disappointed.
Wow.
You know, because, you know, I'm expecting double or triple. So it's like, I just look at money in a very different way now. It's more of a tool and a vehicle to do more stuff.
More stuff,
yeah.
That's good, man. That's some real stuff. Real stuff, man. Guys, take note. Alright, so we had one question and it was about COVID. So how's your property business been operating since the lockdown? Like, how's it changed? And anything? Is it less profits and more? But like, how's it been?
Okay, well, how it's changed? The rent-to-rent side of the business. Obviously, when COVID came into play, the government a few months after sort of released a statement saying that all tenants don't have to pay their rent and they can't be evicted. So what this did was this showed us who our good tenants were and who our bad tenants were. 85% of our tenants continued to pay their rent. 15% didn't pay. They said they'd lost their jobs, etc. So what we did was we had a clear process in place. We basically gave them a form which said, okay, no problem, you don't have to pay your rent, but please prove to us your drop in earnings. Let's get a letter from your office and your work as well to say you can't afford the rent. And also, you have to sign a declaration to say that you have to pay your rent once you can afford to. So once you get your job or once your earnings go back up, you can pay your rent. Once we sent that form, about another 4 or 5 tenants just decided to pay.
That's good.
And then we had a few which left. But you know, this is proper. It's not all plain sailing. Obviously, there's going to be challenges. Like not everybody will pay their rent, but it's about putting systems in place to make sure that you only get good tenants. And when you do get a bad tenant, you move them out as quickly as you can and you replace them with a good tenant.
There you go. And obviously, you have the reserves even to handle all the voids, don't you?
Yeah, of course. Like so, for us, like, you know, we're not operating on, you know, we're not very high. We're not too highly leveraged. So obviously, if tenants don't pay rent, of course, it's not a good thing, but it's not going to put us out of business because we've diversified in property. We do rent to rent, HMO. We do rent to rent service accommodation, and the business is now buying properties as well.
I saw that in the back. We're looking.
Yeah, that's it. Brand everything.
Okay, so you're now looking into actually acquiring properties and actually.
Correct. Yeah, we've got 2 packages going through at the moment.
Okay. Yeah.
It's good, bro. It's good, bro. I just wanted to ask you about regarding council tax.
Yeah.
So I've called them up, and I've obviously tried to register the property for council tax.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm just trying to be ahead of them. Is that calm, or are they gonna try and like switch up on me and be like, you gotta pay a bit more because it's HMO? I don't know. I'm not trying to council tax.
Well, it depends because obviously regardless of it being a HMO or not, some councils it will be the same rate. Some councils it might be a bit different.
Well, we're starting to do that now.
Yeah, okay, what I would do is I would just comply with what they're saying. Obviously send them the tenancy, not the ASTs, send them the company tenancy and let them know that it's a company tenancy. Really and truly, the council just want to get paid. So as soon as you start paying the council tax, that's probably that, you know, I don't think you'll have any issues. Yeah.
Alright, no, I love that, bro. Thanks, man.
No problem at all, bro.
How are you though?
Bro, I can't complain. I'm very well.
Yeah, man.
I'm very well.
Yeah, cruising in the Porsche.
Bro, I'm in it right now.
What's that, the 911, yeah?
Bro, the 911 Carrera S. If you want the full, if you want the full spec, bro. Please don't disrespect me. Please don't disrespect me.
Sorry.
Please, bro. Please.
The prices are different still.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what.
Normally I could bring a Merc to someone and then they're impressed, but I can't bring a Merc to you, you know.
Alright, cool. So someone else also asked, you know, should I get a mentor or should I do it by myself for this whole property journey? Now, obviously, I've said, you know, we should always, you know, look for knowledge.
My advice is in the mental field. There's a lot of mentors out there, but it's very important to find somebody who has already done it or is doing it that you can believe in.
Live in the flesh.
And it's very good to obviously check their credentials, make sure that they're actually doing what they say they're doing, make sure they're actually living the lifestyle that they claim that they're living. And you know, once all the checks come in good, then I would always advise a mentor, because at the end of the day, you know, right now I want to get into better shape, so I'm paying a personal trainer. I'm not trying to do it by myself. He's in great shape. What he's done has worked. You know, if somebody has multiple properties and you don't have any, obviously what they've done has worked. So it's a no-brainer. Obviously, you can do it yourself, and nobody's saying you can't, but it may take longer than trying to get a mentor.
That's very true. That's some real stuff, man. Like I said, only take advice from someone you want to swap places with. I would love to swap places with him. I'd love to be the seat right now. I can't lie. I also had another question actually. Someone wanted to ask, you know, how did you get your first deal? How was it?
My first deal was quite public knowledge. I was actually living in Dubai at the time.
Okay.
And my first deal, I actually got it remotely. So basically,
so you was in Dubai and you got it in.
I was in Dubai.
And you got it in the UK.
And I got it in the UK. And how I did that was, I was pitching agents, I was pitching landlords on the phone and via email, and I was sending my cleaner and my property manager just to do the viewings, and I was doing the rest from the phone and from the email.
All online.
Yeah, I was doing it all remotely, and that's why I'm so big on systems. Because if I was to travel now, let's say I went to Canada for a month, my business would still run.
Still wrong about you.
Yeah, and that's the key, because it's not just about creating yourself a very high-paid job. It's about time. You know, you can't be truly wealthy without time.
Exactly.
Even if you're earning £1 million a day, if you have to work 20 hours a day for it, you're poor.
That's some real stuff, man. Some real gems. You guys, listen, take notes. Like, and I think there's a quote. You know, you're not working in your business; you're working on the business.
That's it. And
you know, he hasn't created himself his own job. He's just doing this for fun. He's driving around in a Porsche.
And don't get it twisted as well. That's exactly what Poku said. This is fun for me. I enjoy it. So that's why I don't have to do this, but I enjoy it, and I enjoy being in my business and knowing what's going on. And it's a passion of mine.
It's real stuff, literally. Hey, you guys, I apologize for the little bit of shaky footage. You know, when you're in such a low car with low suspension, it's gonna happen on these roads. Like if you've been in such a low car, you'll understand. But yeah, you guys can see. Get the blitz, yes.
Okay, so the cleaner hasn't been in here yet.
Okay, so this is how they left it.
Yeah, but this is how they left it, which is not even too bad, to be honest.
Okay.
As you can see, this is a nice double room. We put the 40-inch there as well for their enjoyment.
So this is your service accommodation?
Yeah, this is one of my service accommodation units.
Okay.
This is a single bedroom. We still put the TV there as well.
Oh, they got a TV as well. You're giving them good service.
We keep them nice. You know, we try and spoil them a little bit.
Fair enough.
What we need to do to refresh this for a service accommodation, obviously we've had a family in here for 3 months. Okay. So we just need a few more pictures, ornaments, a bit more decoration. But we put the 55-inch there as well.
Okay.
And as you can see, just a few decorative touches. But we need to do a little bit more. But at the same time, this is going to be a very good earner for us. It's in a great location. Okay. We recently just put some new tiles in the bathroom. As you can see, some new tiles in the bathroom. And we've done some new tiles in the kitchen as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think someone had a question about systems on service accommodation, how to stop parties. Yeah. So the main way to stop parties is to eliminate one-night stays. If someone books for a one night, it's a very high probability of a party. We like to do 2 or minimum 3 night stays, and we're quite careful on weekends. We raise deposits, and we just make sure that we're looking at the tenant profile that's coming in to eliminate parties. But eliminating one-night stays, preferably doing 3-night stays. Touch wood, we've not had a single party, so far we're doing okay.
Question, it was do you share like your profit with the owner? Do you split it?
No, what we do is we offer the owner a guaranteed rent.
Okay.
Now, obviously, what happens with a guaranteed rent is even if we don't have tenants, we pay that rent. So when we do have a lot of tenants and times are good, you know, we don't need to share it. However, there are different options. So for example, some landlords, they may be interested, they may be aware of the service accommodation strategy. So what we say is that, listen, we're happy to share the risk, which means that if we don't get any bookings or anything like that, then we'll all sort of not earn that much. But if we do get a lot of bookings, we'll split that, and that's fine because we're sharing the risk, so that makes it a win-win. You understand? If we're not making it a win-win, then it doesn't make any sense to share the profit. Do you understand?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
where's next off to?
Now we're gonna go to my HMO development.
Okay.
In Gravesend.
Cruising through the city, whoa, 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 my niggas with me now. Chasing Lizzie on my worst day. No nigga check my work rate. Cruising through the city, whoa, 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 my niggas with me now. Chasing Lizzie on my worst day. No nigga check my work rate.
Show them. Alright, cool. So we got another question, and this was, how do you? People want to be like you, so like, how do you start? How much do you need to like start doing what you're doing essentially?
In my area, which is Kent, I would say 5 to 10k is safe. London maybe a bit more. Other parts of the country maybe a bit less.
5 to 10k, guys. We're gonna start 5 to 10k, literally that. And also, I think someone else asked like, what age is the best? Like, can I start at young?
I would recommend 18. If you're going in to meet landlords and you're meeting agents at 16, 17, they might struggle to take you seriously. Obviously, your age isn't important. It's how you carry yourself. It's your knowledge. But at the same time, I would say there's no rush. So from like 15, 16, 17, get that time to learn, shadow, experience people, get a mentor, read, learn everything you can about property. And then when you're 18, go and hit it hard. Hi guys, we're just in my 6-bed HMO development. Let me take you through to the kitchen. Grade A fire panel here, very important for 6 beds. Okay guys, this is the kitchen. As you can see, we put 2 fridge freezers in so that there's no sort of arguing over fridge space and that sort of thing. We also put 2 bins in as well. Not sure where the lid for that bin is. But we provide all the basic necessities: microwave, kettle, pots, all that sort of thing. But Poku, we had a question.
Yeah, so the first one was, simply how to get started,
Listen, to get started, the first thing I would say is get educated. To be a surgeon, you don't just start taking up scalpels and cutting people up. You need to learn. Property is no different.
Yeah.
Learn, get educated, and then take massive action. You can read every book in the world. If you don't take any action, what's the point?
Yeah. Now, I think someone to ask about, why don't you just buy the property? Why are you doing rent to rent?
Well, listen, it's not like it was 25 years ago when to buy a property, the government was handing out money, properties were very cheap, deposits were very low. Now, if you want to buy properties in Kent, London, you're looking at 50, 60, 70,000 pounds in certain areas just to get involved. Not everybody's lucky enough to have that amount of cash, so we have to be creative. With rent to rent, for 5 to 10,000 pounds, you can get the same cash flow, sometimes even more, than people who are putting in 60, 70, 80 grand to buy a house through a mortgage. Yeah. That's why. It's inevitable that tenants are going to lose keys. So we've got all of their keys already in a key box. That's systems for you right there.
There you go.
That's systemization.
So for the person that asks, whether they lose keys, there you go.
There you go. And obviously here's the fire alarm. This costs quite a lot of money, so yeah. But it's very important, and as you can see. So let me show you one of the rooms.
How much does he pay for this?
This room is on the market for £625 per month, including bills.
Okay, interesting. So someone can just live here, 625. And someone may ask, why do people, live in HMOs?
Listen, I'll be very honest. I lived in a HMO myself for a year and a half, and the reason that I did it, and the reason why a lot of people do it, is because if you're looking to get a flat, you might have to pay £700-800 plus your bills. Whereas if you live in a room, you can have all of the sort of benefits of a flat, but without all of the overhead. So for example, you can pay 1 monthly rent, you can enjoy kitchen facilities. If you're lucky, you can get an ensuite as well. So, and sometimes, obviously if you gel with your housemates, you can even make friends.
Yeah.
So it's a no-brainer. A lot of people are wising up and realising that they can live in rooms.
Yeah. So what, is this one a rent to rent, or is it?
Well, I've actually purchased this one.
Oh, you purchased this one?
Yeah, and how I bought this was with what's called a delayed completion.
Okay.
So what that basically means is that it's similar to a lease option, except I don't have the option to buy, I have the obligation to buy. I've already paid part of the deposit, and I'll pay the rest of the deposit next year. In the meantime, I'll enjoy monthly cash flow, and I'll also get an uplift from the property when I refinance it.
Nice one. That's when the property appreciates in value.
Well, I forced the appreciation by converting it into a commercial 6-bed HMO.
Oh, okay.
Before this, it was like a rundown 3/4 bed house.
Oh, so you've added three 2 rooms onto it. So
I've created the rooms, exactly. If you look downstairs, that used to be a living room. But we put a stud wall and we built 2 en-suites to create 2 rooms.
Alright, cool. So essentially, after watching this vlog, they may be thinking, you know, I want to learn more about this guy. I want to do what he does. What advice would you give to them? What do you like?
Well, I mean, like we were speaking before, obviously I get a lot of the same questions. So I've decided to release my course, which basically is going to tell you everything you need to know from company formation, legalities, contracts, how to find landlords, how to actually tenant your properties, but more importantly, how to handle things when things don't always go right, because you know, things won't always go exactly to plan, and just how to make sure that you're profitable and you're regularly getting deals, and as a result you're just living a life that you desire, you know, through property.
That's very good.
I've got a great team, you know, my team is amazing, you know. Without my team I wouldn't be able to do what I do, so I'm really appreciative that I've got a great team, and I'm appreciative that I can make the decisions with my time, because I don't feel like you can ever be truly wealthy if you don't have time.
It'll be good, man. I'll be linking everything from Dami all in the description. It'll be on the screen. Dami Property Lifestyle on Instagram. Any questions, you can DM him, check on the website, you can contact them, they'll get back to you.
Guys, thanks for tuning in.
You already know, man. It's Poku Banks, baby.